Miss Kristen of the Oosterhout Free Library, and I think deer are so cute. So today we're going to take a closer look at deer, learn a little bit about them, what they eat, and even where you can watch and observe deer without even leaving your home. I also have a special story to share with you. But first, I have a question. Have you ever seen a deer? Where would you look for a deer? You'd probably find one in wooded area with lots of trees. But did you ever wonder what a deer might think about seeing something new in the woods? Well, I'm going to share this special story with you today about some deer and other woodland animals that come across an unusual stranger. Now, we know that the stranger is a snowman, but it's the first time that the animals have ever seen one. And what's special about this book is that it's all photographs of real deer and other wildlife animals the authors took themselves. They noticed and observed a lot about the animals and deer while writing this story. Let's see what you notice and observe. Let's begin with Stranger in the Woods.
Stranger in the Woods by Carl R. Sams II and Jean Stoic. Published by Carl R. Sams II Photography. The snowflakes were resting after their twisting, twirling dance through the crisp night air. Every twig in the forest wore a new coat of glimmering white. Daybreak came, softly moving across the woods and yawning. Its rays slowly stretched across the snowy meadows. The birds were the first to notice. Stranger in the woods! Stranger in the woods! Take care! Take care! The blue jays cawed, a warning from high up in the tops of the tall oaks.
Do you hear the jays calling? Mother Doe spoke softly to her fawn. Yes, he whispered. I always listen to the birds. The wind blowing through the trees and the rustling of the leaves, all the sounds of the woods.
Stranger in the woods! Who's in the woods? Where did the jays go? Where is he? Asked the owl of many questions. Coo, coo, could that be him? Asked the mourning dove. There, beyond the old apple tree. Follow the snow trail past the pond to where the meadow begins. Not far at all. Who's in the woods? Why is he here? When did the stranger come? Asked the owl of many questions. I've been here since early morning, before the first pale light, said the munching muskrat. No stranger came this way, no one passed by my pond.
I follow the snow trail under the light of the winter moon, answered the buck. He was not there during the night, that I am sure. As the animals moved through the snowy forest, they came to the edge of the meadow. The frightened doe stomped her foot and snorted. Where is he? Where is he? Can you see him? Yes, I do see him, chattered the squirrel. Someone needs to go and check him out. Who will go? Who will go see? Asked the owl of many questions. Now, don't be looking at me. I'm much too busy chewing on my antler, sputtered the porcupine.
You'll not be volunteering me, no sirree, said the scared rabbit. Is he watching me? Howdy-dee-dee, it's me, the chickadee-dee-dee. I will go, I will take the lead.
I'm the smallest. I can scamper quickly. I'll do it. I'll make a tunnel under the snow where only I can go, creeping in closer to get a look.
quietly, just like a mouse.
Let it be me, volunteered the fawn. I can do it. I know I can.
I am the strongest and the biggest, said the young buck. I should go first.
I can fly faster, chirped the cardinal.
But I can run like lightning, and I have antlers, boasted the buck.
But I'm red, announced the cardinal, not really knowing what else to say.
What are you waiting for? I'm there already, Dee-Dee, exclaimed the chickadee-dee.
Gee, 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 said the chickadee-dee. There are nuts and seeds on his hats for you and me. This stranger's friendly. Come see, come see. There's plenty. I can see there's something for you, said the buck. Could it be there's something for me? My nose is leading me to the corn buried beneath the snow. I found a treat that I can eat, said the young doe as she reached out to the stranger. Wow, a carrot! Do I have to share it? What is this? Questioned the fawn as he passed a curious object in the snow. Could it be there's more than one stranger in the woods?
After the corn was gone, the animals left by the snow trail one by one and disappeared into the winter woods. It was the chickadee who took the last seed and flew away. The snowman stood alone, but only for a short time. They have eaten everything, even the carrot nose, whispered the little sister, peeking out from behind the evergreens. Let's put out more seeds and corn before they come back, encouraged the brother. The animals will never know we were here. How long will we feed them? She asked. For a long, long time, he replied. After the snow has gone and the snowman has melted away, until the frogs start to sing and the trees grow new leaves. I think they like the carrots the best. The end.
That was a special story with some beautiful pictures. The authors of this book learned a lot by observing and watching the deer and animals in the story. And you can do that too. And you don't even have to leave your home. Thanks to the Brownville Food Pantry for Deer, which is a food pantry for deer in Maine that feeds the deer during the winter months. And there are cameras that are streaming that you can watch at home. But before you do that, let's learn a little bit more about the deer that we saw in this book. Let's take a closer look. White-tailed deer are the most common deer found in North America. They live throughout much of Canada and the United States. White-tailed deer are named for the white fur on the underside of their tails. They raise their tails to show white when they're scared, and this gives a sign to other deer that danger may be near. A baby deer is called a fawn, and it has white spots on its back to help it hide from predators. The fawn grows into a yearling, which either becomes a buck or male deer, as you see with the antlers, or a doe, a female deer that does not have antlers. Every spring, bucks grow a new set of antlers, and they lose them in the fall.
sometimes they use them to fight over things.
I'll include a link in the description box below to watch these two bucks argue with their antlers, trying to get a delicious piece of, well, it's kind of like a granola bar. And that leads me to the question, what do deer eat? Let's take a closer look.
White-tailed deer search for food in the evening and the early morning. They are herbivores, which means they like to eat plants, like corn, pine needles, maple leaves, acorns, apples, mushrooms. In the wintertime, they can't find some of those foods, and they will eat twigs and bark during the wintertime.
The people at Brownville Food Pantry for Deer feed the deer with oats and acorns and maybe some tasty apples from time to time. And those little square things are kind of like a granola bar that are very delicious to the deer. So let's take a little closer look at them.
At Brownsville Food Pantry for Deer, you can get a close-up look at deer like this buck getting an afternoon snack.
And you can do your own observations right from your home.
Links are in the description box below, and you can go to the Brownville Food Pantry for Deer YouTube channel and find out what time of the day do most of the deer gather together to eat. When you're on the Brownville Deer Pantry YouTube channel, you can choose different cameras to observe the deer, write down and record how many deer you're seeing and the time of day, and then come back different times throughout the day, whether it's early morning, noon, late afternoon, and compare, and then find out when you think the most deer gather to eat. I'll give you a hint. Check in the late afternoon, right before dusk. And you just might see something like this. Look at all those hungry deer. If you also notice, there's even more deer hiding in the trees, but their nice dark brown coats make them blend into the tree.
While you're watching the deer, you might notice some of their behavior, like moving their heads from side to side. That's because of where their eyes are. Let's take a closer look.
A deer's eyes are located on the side of its head. This allows them to be aware of their surroundings, even when staring straight ahead. But they don't see quite as well as humans do, so they have to rely on their other senses.
You also might notice the deer sniffing around. They have a very good sense of smell. Let's take a look at that too.
Did you see the deer sniffing around looking for something good to eat? It is one of their best senses and best weapons for detecting approaching danger and for finding something tasty to eat.
Deer also have a very good sense of hearing. You might notice their ears flip around from time to time. Let's take a look at that.
A deer's hearing is much better than a human's, and it is so sensitive that it can hear sounds very far away. When a deer hears a sound, it will instantly turn its head and point its ear in the direction of the sound. This keeps the deer safe from predators. Let's take another look at that.
Did you see him listen to the blur? He decided there wasn't any danger. While you're listening for other animal sounds, you might never know who's going to show up, like these turkeys. And I think they want a little snack too. You never know what you're going to see. You can make so many cool observations. You can even have your lunch while the deer are having their lunch.
All the links will be in the description box below. Hope you have fun. See you next time. Bye.